What is your favorite? And that's why we had to put this sign up story. Was chatting with students in the lounge area when all of a sudden, we hear an incredibly loud bang. Turns out that another new student had been texting while walking to our center's demo room and totally missed the fact that the room's walls are all panes of glass, so she ultimately face planted in front of me and my group. Not the first time this has happened, but this was enough to warrant a caution. Glass ahead sign. There's a glass door in a control tower at Miami International Airport that has a caution door sign on it for similar reasons. I was the one who walked into it. To be fair, airports really shouldn't have full glass doors like that. After a 12+ hour flight, a lot of people are tired and will not be the greatest thinkers in the world and walk into unmarked glass. I know I have after nearly 20 hours of flying. Through my cousin who managed a restaurant for years, on the hostess stand at the front they had a sign that said we smoke our meats with premium apple wood. A small bowl of the wood chips they used placed right in front of it. The amount of people who would take a wood chip and try to eat it was staggering. It got to the point they had to keep a bag of the wood chips in the cabinet of the hostess stand. People would sometimes put them in their mouth and spit it out embarrassed and try to cover it up. Some would laugh and say I shouldn't have had that last drink. Others would turn around, double down, and try to give the saliva covered chip to the hostess, then complain that these mints are disgusting. So there is now another sign beside the bowl that says wood chips do not eat in red letters. Makes for fun conversation every night for the hostesses seating people who are new to the restaurant. Unfortunately they still need to keep an extra bag of wood chips in the stand and people still think they look like a great after dinner snack. Now when the double downers complain, the hostess just points to the sign and laughs. People never cease to amaze. A coffee shop I used to go to had a coffee mug on the counter with pens for customers to sign receipts, and for some reason they filled it halfway with coffee beans. Of course they had to put up a sign do not eat shortly after. The beans keep the pens in place. At a seminar on new colostomy supplies, there was a sticker on the colostomy bag collar, the part your modified intestine sticks through, stating that the colostomy was not to be used for sexual pleasure. I don't know the backstory, but according to a doctor I know, it's disturbingly common for people to catch STDs in their colostomy hole because, oh well, I had to learn that, so you'll do too. How do I unlearn something? Back when I was a kid there was a roadside park we picnicked at where a guy chasing a frisbee jumped a fence, not realizing that those were not bushes on the other side, but the tops of trees growing from the base of a 30-foot cliff. So anyway, that's how that park came to have signs every 10 feet on the fence warning of the drop. A couple of guys, I know one of them, did this in our city at a ramp for underground parking for the law courts. They were drunk and decided that they could jump the hedge in front of them. Broken ankles for everyone. Sadly, they sued and won over lack of signage. I still think dumb is its own reward. Why is it sad that they won their case? Just because they were drunk doesn't mean they deserve broken ankles, geez. Because we shouldn't have to put up signs to stop people doing stupid things. Jumping here isn't a normal everyday action. People should be responsible for their actions and look before they jump, literally in this case. One day I noticed that they had drained, cleaned, and refilled the pool at my apartment complex. A few days later I noticed a new sign on the pool area gate that said persons with active diarrhea or who have had diarrhea in the past 48 hours are not permitted to enter the pool. I've also seen this sign at spas. People be nasty. The drop-off laundry service in my neighborhood put up a sign that said they are no longer accepting underwear, it's a laundry, a business built on dirty clothing. How nasty was those drawers that they had to fucking change their policy. My husband and I moved into our first home. It was a completely renovated, amazingly cool house. We knew the previous owner flipped it, and it was a bona fide bachelor pad, leather bar, pinball machine, blow under lighting in the kitchen/bathroom, hot tub, the whole 9 yards. A few weeks after moving and we noticed people kept stopping by the house asking for Alex. We told them he didn't live here anymore, and they always would ask if we had his new address. They were nice enough, but it was starting to get annoying. One Tuesday evening around 11 o'clock we were falling asleep on the couch and all of a sudden some guy strung out appeared in our living room. He opened the sliding door right next to us and walked in asking for Alex. My husband stood up and was like, WTF, Alex doesn't live here anymore, tell all your friends, and the guy left. We learned the next day from our neighbors that Alex was the local drug kingpin in the area and frequently had his unsavory clientele over to pick up product here at all hours of the day/night. That weekend we put up a sign that said Alex doesn't live here, went out and got a massive Rottweiler. We named him Alex. I work at the dining hall at my university and was cleaning the salad bar when I noticed a small fire coming from our toaster oven. After running to find my manager we eventually put it out. Turns out some guy stuck a piece of pie in there with a paper plate and the entire thing bursted into flames. Please only put bread in the toaster became the new sign. I put paper plates in the toaster oven all the time. How freaking long did this guy toast a slice of pie for? Your typical paper plate takes several minutes to even brown. I've never seen one burst into flames. Probably got stuck. Happened every day in our cafeteria. We have a rule at our pool that in the sauna you can't exercise. One man consistently works out in the sauna. I used to go to a gym where a lady would regularly do naked yoga in the sauna. I guess she wanted to do hot yoga and the gym didn't offer it. That is a power move. We've got a huge sign in our campus that says beware of geese. I've never seen a goose in the area before, but I've also never seen any people set a foot there. When I asked my art professors what it is about, she said they put it there because kids used to skip classes and drink/smoke there. I guess it worked. It's just the one swan goose actually. Any luck catching them killers then? It's just the one killer actually. The other day a woman was tanning in the middle of a shooting range. I think some new signs will be made. Jesus, what the hell was the range safety doing? Ready on the right. Right is ready. Ready on the left. Left is tanning. Sounds like an unsupervised public range. Mine has a lot of no alcohol signs, which should not be necessary, but is very American. It was in Norway and she somehow missed all the signs around it saying that it was a shooting range. Does she just walk around looking for open fields to tan on? Not necessarily a sign we put up, but worked with an assistant manager at Sonic who had poured degreaser in her drink and proceeded to drink it to claim that someone had tried poisoning her, and of course upon reviewing the infamous non-working camera system and watching her poison herself, every employee at that point had to sign paperwork stating we would not drink cleaning chemicals. Edit, I originally put Sonic, but it was actually Subway. I worked at Sonic afterward. I promise not to poison myself on company property. Rule #18, suicide attempts are to be made after clocking out and leaving the building. No exceptions. Someone shat in a urinal every block over the course of 2 weeks without anyone noticing. After it was cleaned a sign was put up saying, please do not put things in the urinal. The sign was promptly found inside the urinal. One day, before I became a manager at my McD's, I found shit all over the urinal, up the sides and everything, like, right before I was supposed to clock out. I didn't say anything, and clocked out on time. You did the half-assed thing. I definitely did, and I should be ashamed, but that was horrific. I work in an office, and in the bathroom we have a sign that says please, don't flush printer paper, throw your divorce papers in the trash. Now every time someone in our office has to use the bathroom we say I gotta go flush the divorce papers. When I was in the 4th grade during art class I drew a Minecraft creeper drawing on construction paper. Later me and my friends went to use the bathroom, and I still had the drawing in my hands. So I decided to lay the drawing into the urinal, just to be funny. Then one of my friends flushed the urinal. The paper didn't let the water go through whole of the urinal, so we decided to start flushing it over and over again, and the water began to overflow the bowl and onto the floor. Then one of the teachers got suspicious to why she heard laughing and yelling in the bathroom. She came in and saw what we were doing and went out and told every adult she could see, and more teachers came in and took us into the principal's office. We all blamed it on each other, and most of us got suspended, including me. I live in Vancouver, where the incident happened, where the sea lion grabbed that girl and dragged her underwater and the grandpa had to save her. In the area where that happened, there's a sign that says no feeding the sea lions as a visual depiction. Haven't been back in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's still there. Yes, I noticed the signs appeared there shortly afterward. I'm from Richmond. At the college I went to, there was a sign on the men's bathroom in one building that said, "Please don't use your feet to flush the toilets," because some dude drop kicked a toilet in an attempt to flush it. I've never laughed so hard reading a sign in my life. At a previous workplace, "Please do not put toilet paper in the urinal," with a graffitied addition, "No TP, just pages." I'm a little confused as to why this sign was needed. Ours has a sign that says, "Please don't flush the paper towels. It's causing clogging." Jesus Christ, there's a bin closer to the sink than the toilet. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.